Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Arkham Horror the card game today. This is the final scenario of the Dream Eaters. I've been playing with Luke and Tommy on the dreaming side, and Tony and Mandy on the waking side. This is the waking side, although now they are in they are in the Dreamlands or beyond the Dreamlands. So I don't know if you can really call it the waking side, but they started in the waking side. So that's where we're at. There's a deck upgrade video in the links below if you are interested in checking that out. I will just mention this has been a crazy time because of COVID and quarantine and all of that, and this pack came out much later. This is actually my first time to play it with live cards. I used other methods to finish my in-process campaigns that I had running, so I'm really excited because this one is one that I think will probably really shine with physical cards on the table. Although it's going to be interesting trying to get it all laid out in this constricted format that I've got. And I'll also mention that I've been playing a lot virtually just to play safe during COVID and quarantine and all of that. And it's neat that those options are available. But I really miss playing with live cards. And as I was setting this up, this is the first time I played with live cards in a little bit, and I just really am, I enjoy it so much. The components are all, fun to play with, and, my miniatures and my bling, but even just, having the cards in my hand, I really love that. So, it's just real nice to get back to that. So, anyway, here we are. If I can remember how to play these decks, this is a Mandy Survivor deck. Not to be confused with my Mandy 3 Aces deck that I've really been enjoying recently. And we're in this spider realm where there's spiders building these webs. And I will note that because there are 3 steps of the bridge, we have 1 doom here on this lower location. Let's take a look at the... we'll draw up our opening cards, and then we'll look at the act and agenda. So, Tony, obviously looking for weapons very fast. Alright, well, we have Reliable, which is nice. We have the Switchblade and Reliable. And an Easy Mark, which is good. A Quick Thinking. I think... So I'm going to keep the Steadfast. Having these 2 items is really good. That really just gets me totally set up. What I'm concerned about is there is Crypt Chill in here, which could get rid of those things. So I'm going to keep the Easy Mark because it's a nice card. I'm going to keep the Steadfast to potentially help me beat the Crypt Chill. We'll get rid of the Quick Thinking and see what we can come up with. So we're going to draw 1 card, and it is going to be another Quick Thinking. That is excellent. That is excellent. Arkham, you silly beast, you. Tony's definitely set up to fight, but he will have to be concerned about Crypt Chill. I think I'll actually hold off on playing out the Switchblade until, I just draw some cards. It'll be 2 resources to get that and the Reliable out, so we're probably okay. So just hold on to it, and they're both fast cards. Mandy gets 7. Remember, this is a Mandy 40 card deck, which is interesting. Again, this is a very different playstyle of Mandy. This is more of a traditional Seeker style than what I played in the Carcosa video series I did. So, obviously we're going to get rid of these research cards, the Surprising Find and the Astounding Revelation. Segment of the Onyx. Okay, I am going to keep the Eye of Truth because that could really help with some early bad treacheries. I think we definitely don't want the the shortcut yet. Lucky is always such a good card, but we can always just get it. I mean, we're really hard mulliganing for Mr. Rook, which is harder in a deck, but we want some search tech at least. So we're going to draw 6 more cards. And so we'll get... Okay, we got the Hawkeye Folding Camera, Surprising Find, which is sad. Actually, 2 surprise... What? Look at all these research cards I keep getting. And Eureka, which is not ideal. But, man... I guess if I'm going to have to take a research card, Surprising Find is the one. It's nice to get that Hawkeye Folding Camera. Randolph Carter is, spoilers, he's a jerk, and I'm not going to play him. Okay, so here is our Agenda. The Bridge of Webs. The vast expanse of space is a bridge between the dreamlands and reality, woven by a terrible spider creature that is the cause of all the distortions you've experienced thus far. If you don't find a way to stop it from completing the bridge, it will open the way for the horrors to enter the waking world. This agenda gets +4 Doom threshold. When this agenda advances, do not remove Doom from locations in play. So we're not at a 7 Doom threshold, we're at an 11 Doom threshold. Okay, and then we have our act, Journey Across the Bridge. You realize now that you are no longer in the Dreamlands or the waking world, but somewhere else entirely. Stygian, I don't know that word actually. A void wherein dwells the Weaver of the Cosmos. It is not just your world at stake, but the Dreamlands as well. Each location is connected to each location above it and below it. Objective of each investigator at the bottommost location, they may spend the requisite number of clues as group to advance. So, really, we don't mind Doom being placed in these locations. So we can, as long as we get to the bottom before the agenda advances. So let's take a look and see what we get as far as our location here. So this is Web Stairs, Forest. After this location is revealed, place 1 Doom on it. Okay, that's not too bad. It's 2 clues with a 5 shroud, and I don't know how well I can do at beating that shroud. I'm tempted to just move on. But let me see. Mandy with her 5 intellect, she can boost, but by throwing, I mean, she's got Randolph Carter's surprising finds. She can go up by 2. And we could play Eureka. So I think that's where we'll start, is by putting down a Hawkeye folding camera, and then just really smashing the first test with Eureka and seeing if we find something decent. So we'll probably just hold on to her occult evidence. I think it's probably not worth taking the action to shuffle that in for now. All right, so she will spend 2 resources to put in the Hawkeye folding camera. Really nice card to see in your opening hand. And then we will investigate. We're at a 5 versus 5. We'll commit Randolph Carter, surprising find, and Eureka. I just really want to beat this test because I want the Eureka to go off. Okay, that is a skull. Skulls are the highest number of Doom on location in play, which is actually, we should have put a Doom on this when we revealed it. So we're at 2 of 11 Doom. So that's -1. We do get the clue. And we get to look through the top 3 cards and get 2, or look through the top 6 cards and grab 1. I am going to opt for looking through the top 3 and grabbing 2. I think more cards is better. Obviously, we like to get Rook, but even 6 doesn't really guarantee us getting a Rook. So, top 3, grabbing 2. Okay, we got the Astounding Revelation. We'll just take 2 resources, because... and then, of course, we'll take the Unexpected Courage and the Segment of Onyx, because we get to take 2. Okay, so, given her next investigate, we will go ahead and we will commit. We're obviously not going to want to spend the... we'll just commit the Unexpected Courage to go 2 up. That should be good. Let me look at the bag again, just make sure. Well, we have 3 Elder things in the bag. So we'll go ahead and commit the Surprising Find to this as well. We got a 0, so we get the clue, and we get to charge up the Hawkeye folding camera. So her willpower is now at 4, not too bad. her hand is looking a little bit sorry right now. We don't have really much search tech. We just have the Segment of Onyx, the Eye of Truth, and the Occult Evidence. So we are just going to have to get by on doing, raw kind of secret things. So I don't think Tony really wants to... I don't think he really wants to go into the next, location blind because, yeah, he probably wants to stay here for now. At least we're going to draw cards and see what we get. So he's going to draw a card, and he gets... Watch this. Not too bad. He'll draw another card. Okay, well, there's an easy mark. And I think we'll go ahead and play the easy marks because we can fill up our hand, and we may not have time later. There can be a lot of pressure. So he'll play an easy mark and gain 2 resources and draw 1 card. So 2 resources and draw a card, which will be another easy mark. Okay, so no complaints about that. He'll play that and get 2 resources. It's so much fun to top deck an easy mark, and he'll get a vicious blow. Okay, and then he'll play his last easy mark to get 2 resources. I feel like he's having a better game than Mandy so far. But, I guess she's got the powered up camera, so no complaints. And a Derringer. So the Derringer is actually something that is really important to me because it's something I can throw out there as fodder for Crypt Chill. And it makes him really, really, tolerant of things that would, discard his assets. All right, so it's time for upkeep. And Tony will draw another Watch This. He's at 8 cards in his hand. He's at 12 resources. Rogue Life is good. Okay, and then Mandy's going to get a Deduction. Just generally good Seeker stuff and 6 resources. Okay. Well, if she can get that Hawkeye folding camera up and going, she'll be in good shape. So that's nice. Of course, she could lose to a Crypt Chill fairly easily. That's a thing. Okay, so we're now at 3 of 11 Doom, and Tony will draw his encounter card is Web Spinner. So we're going to spawn in an empty location. It's aloof, and at the end of the round, if Web Spinner is ready, place 1 Doom on its location. So we need to be able to kill it. Tony says, "No problem, I got this," and we'll put a bounty on it. Alright, and then Mandy. Although we don't actually care about the Doom on this location, so we're not going to put a bounty on it. I'm going to save his bounties for later. And Mandy will get an Obscuring Fog attached to your location. Well, that is a nice little blank on the encounter. So I think actually I'm going to have Tony go in first, playing because he can... I don't remember if there's any locations that get rid of assets, but I think Mandy's actually more vulnerable. So he's going to spend 3 resources to play Derringer. For his first action. With 3 ammo on it, he'll spend 2 resources to play a Switchblade with Reliable on it. Let's get that the other way around. And that's fast. So then he'll move into this location, which is the Great Web. After you enter this location, test 3 agility. If you fail, you must either lose 1 action for each point you fail by or place 1 Doom on this location. So he actually has 1 left, but 1 action left. I don't think... we'll see. We can put it... Or place... Is it for each point you fail by and then place a Doom? Yeah, we're going to end up placing a Doom in this location, which actually... Maybe the Doom... Maybe I'm being a little too cavalier about the Doom. Honestly. But we'll see. Okay. He's going at 2v3. But actually, I mean, he can just lose the action. Okay, so -1. He failed by 2. He would lose 2 actions. He can't lose 2 actions, but he can partially fulfill this. So he can lose 1 action because he played the Derringer and then moved. So he'll lose his last action. And that fulfills the requirement, so he doesn't have to place a Doom on that location. All right, so Mandy is going to... She's going to move in. She's going to investigate committing occult evidence and deduction. So that gets her at 5, 6, 7 to beat 4. I'm actually going to draw a card first. Because I want to stay at the same location as Tony to be able to commit Eye of Truth. And I'd rather draw not as my last action. So she'll draw, and she will get a No Stone Unturned. Which is interesting. She could pull something for Tony that he needs. She can't search her own deck because it'll hit her weakness. So we're going to hold on to that for a second. We'll go ahead and do the investigate. And we can actually consider getting a Leo out for Tony. Or a Delilah. Investigate gets a -1. She gets both clues. And she gets to power up Amber. So we only need 2 more clues and to be at the bottom. So we are doing okay. Alright, so now we do... And her intellect is now 6, which is just straight up good intellect. Does she No Stone Unturned? I think she will. I don't think she needs these resources for anything. So she'll go ahead and fast play No Stone Unturned. And she can grab for Tony... what do we want, actually? I think we'll get the Leo. And actually, we could get... I mean, there's different options. Delilah is nice. We could also get a High Roller, which would help him to boost. We can also grab this Haste. But I feel like we'll just grab... We're going to grab Haste because it's new and fun. That's my my criteria there. Alright, and then Upkeep Tony will draw. He gets his Long Colt, which is fine. Makes me slightly regret playing the Derringer, but not too much. And then Mandy will get an Unexpected Courage. Resource. Still no search tech for Mandy. And now it's the end of the round, so we have to put a Doom on this location. And then we put a Doom on the agenda. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 11 Doom. Doing okay. That Doom came from the Web Spinner. And now it is time for encounters. And Tony will get... Okay. Endless Weaving. Choose a spider enemy and play it. If it is engaged with an investigator, it makes an immediate attack, along with each of its swarm host cards. Otherwise, place 1 Doom on its location. Okay, so we have to place a Doom on this enemy's location. It's getting a little hairy. Okay, and then Mandy will get Will of the Spider Mother. Test 3 willpower. If there's a spider enemy at your location, you cannot commit cards to this test. If you fail, you cannot attack or investigate until the end of the round. We can't commit cards to this test, unfortunately. So we're just going at 4v1. Which fails most things, and there was a spider enemy in our location, so we can't do anything about this. So, it is what it is. At least we can move, though. -2, we fail. So, she is not going to be able to investigate or commit cards. So, I think Tony is... well, I think she just moves. But I think Tony's going to spend 5 resources. Just going to embrace the setup time. And get his Leo DeLuca out. And then we will spend 2 more to get Haste out. Not that I have any plans for it. That's High Roller. I grabbed High Roller instead of Haste. But I meant to grab Haste, so we will go grab Haste. We could just kill the web spinner. Just in order to prevent Doom. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're okay though. So just let it keep generating Doom. And we will move to this location. Which is the Great Web Forest. After you get in this location, test 3 willpower. If you fail, miss, either choose and discard 1 card from your hand. For each point you fail, but replace 1 Doom on this location. Interesting. And that is 2 clues. So he actually could potentially pass this. I'm wondering what are the things that he cares about, though. I think we'll just be okay with putting the Doom. So we get 2v3. +1. He passes the test. Okay. Easy game. And then he will move into this location so we can see what it is. Is Mandy going to want to stay there, though? She's at a 6. And maybe staying there is the best. So I think we will actually not go into the last location. And we're just going to, for now, take a resource. That gets us up to 3 resources for some kind. If there's a willpower, we can commit a watch this and a steadfast and quick thinking and do all kinds of fun shenanigans. So, alright. Mandy can't investigate, so she will move into this location. She's going at 4v3. She can commit cards to this test, right? But if you fail, you must either choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Okay. So we're okay with just discarding cards here. We're going at 4v3. -2. So we will choose to discard. We'll not. We'll just put a Doom on the location. I think that's okay. Although it is getting a little dicey. You know what? We're just going to discard this Unexpected Courage from her hands. And that's probably okay. Okay, and then she has 2 more... she has 2 more actions. So we will draw a card, and she will get a Test of Will, which might be nice. And she'll draw another card, which is her other Occult Evidence. 40 card Mandy. Not getting your Mr. Rook. Okay. So, it is now time for upkeep, and Tony will get... Take the initiative. Well, we could smash a willpower test now here pretty easily. And Mandy will get another Hawkeye folding camera, which would be nice to get powered up if we have time to do it. I'm not sure that we will. At the end of the round, we do this, and we're at the Bridge of Webs. Is this? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit scary now. Tony will get Spider of Lang. Okay, so this is a 3/4/3. When the enemy phase ends, add 1 swarm card to each swarm of spiders enemy in play. If there are no swarm of spiders in each play, search the counter deck and discard pile for a swarm of spiders and spawn it at the Spider of Lang's location with no swarm cards. So this goes on to Tony, who will certainly put a bounty on it. And then we will get, for Mandy, a Grey Weaver. Well, this is a problem given that looks like we're going to advance the agenda. I think 1, 2, 3, 8. Well, we'll see. So it is a 4/5/3. And you cannot take move actions. So what we are going to put a bounty on this. So the Grey Weaver is not too bad in terms, like, we'll just have to soak the horror, but I think Tony can, and then just let Mandy just keep drawing cards, or actually just do investigates probably. Okay, so the first thing is we got to take care of the spider blink because we don't want to spawn more stuff. Oh, and we got haste, so this might actually work out pretty well, I think. So he is at a 5, 6, 7, 8 to beat 3, and he'll go ahead and he's going to take a swing, committing watch this, putting 3 resources on it, and quick thinking. So we are now at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, B3. And yeah, that's decent enough. We're using our free action because of his bounty. -2. Okay, so we succeed by 2. So we're going to get all of our watch this stuff going. Which is nice. We get our free extra action. So we haven't taken an action yet, because we're still on free actions. And we do 2 damage, because we succeeded by 2 on the Spider of Ling. Alright, so we are going to now do this again. I'm tempted to use my other watch this, because we're at 5, 6, 7, 8 to beat 3, 9 to beat 3. It's pretty good. This is our free action from quick thinking. Okay, that is -3. So we were at 9, 8, 7, 6. We still succeed by 2. So we get our extra resource from watch this. The Spider of Ling is dead. I think I was whining about too much ado about nothing, honestly. We will use haste to take another attack action, and this will be against the Grey Weaver. And we will commit the vicious blow. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, B4. This is his first actual action. No, this is a haste action. So we haven't taken an actual action yet. Okay, that is -3. So we do 3 damage to the Grey Weaver because of the vicious blow. Okay, and now for our first actual action, we're at 5, 6, 7, 8 to beat 4. This might not do 2 damage, but that's okay. 8 to beat 4 is pretty good. That is the highest amount of doom allocation in play, which would be 3. So we only succeed by 1 and doing 1 damage, but that's okay. Then we will take our second action. We got 2 more because of Leo. -2, we succeed. It goes into the victory display. Oh, and we did get a resource from each of these bounties. Okay, so we have 2 actions left. We will move into this one and we'll find out how good this is for Mandy. This is, okay, when this investigation phase ends, if there's at least 1 investigator at this location, place 1 doom on this location. So it's going to get a doom no matter what we do. It's well, yeah, there's no way around that. And there's 4 clues. Here. So we don't want to be stuck doing this twice. We want to go ahead and advance because that'll clear all that other doom up. As much as I want to play the Hawkeye folding camera for Mandy. Let's see, he's got one last action. Yeah, there's no way really to get value out of that Hawkeye folding camera right now. So Tony is just going to spend 3 to kick out the Derringer and playing his Long Colt, so we can worry about getting bounties back, because we already, lost 2 of our bounties. Of course, one was to a victory display guy, so that's okay. Okay, so that's all of his actions. So right now I'm happy that I took haste in this deck. So Mandy will just move in and investigate, and hopefully we can advance. So she will move in. She's investigating at 6v2. Guys, reveal another token. If you fail, there's not an ancient one, so it doesn't matter. That is the highest number of doom play. We are up by 3 at least, so we get 1. And we'll do it again, investigating again. That is a -3. So we do not fail. We get the clue. And now we can spend 6 to advance, which we will do. And I will be right back, as we've got a bunch of setup to do here. Okay, welcome back. We had to put a -4 in the bag, which is not awesome. And we have a new act. We also removed Randolph Carter from the game because he's a jerk. And we now have a new act, which is the Weaver of the Cosmos. Atlach-Nacha is distracted by its mindless task. Now is your chance. For an action, you can spend 1 clue to deal 3 damage to an Ancient One enemy at your location. And then when the Mythos phase begins, reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If its modifier is negative, spin Atlach-Nacha clockwise X times. X is the token's negative modifier. And if the 4 loads of Atlach-Nacha are defeated in the victory display, advance. So we have, this is Atlach-Nacha. It's like a raid boss, big, lots of different parts. And each of these legs is basically the same in terms of stats. It's going to get 6 health. The fight is going to be the location where you're at. It's massive. It cannot make attacks of opportunity. And then when you would evade this enemy, instead of exhausting it, choose an investigator at your location. This enemy cannot attack the chosen investigator this round. So we have to spin it when it begins. So we're just trying to defeat each of those. Our doom is now reset to 1, 2, 3, and then of course 4, and there will be a 5th one here in just a second because we're ending there. But that just kind of happens. Nothing we can do about that. So now let's do upkeep. And Tony will draw another switchblade, I guess. Now we have a bit. Well, the problem with using as the existing switchblade as a crypt chill target is because we don't want to lose the reliable on it. But so the second switchblade, not that great, but it is what it is. All right, and then Mandy will get a deduction, which is interesting. This would allow her to play her other Hawkeye folding camera, investigate, and then move, which is nice, potentially. Problem is she'd be moving into one of these legs of Atlach-Nacha, but she might actually be willing to take the damage and horror to just, for the action efficiency of doing that. Okay, so this is when the Mythos phase begins. So it's the beginning of the Mythos phase. We need to reveal a token and then rotate Atlach-Nacha. Oh, okay, autofail, so it does not move. All right. Interesting. I didn't put any bounties on. I guess I should decide whether I want to put bounties on the legs, but I think I don't. each of these legs is considered to be at the location it's bordering. So each of these legs is at these corners in the circle. So if we get an enemy that has to spawn at an empty location, it can't spawn at any of those. All right, so we have to add a doom here, and we add a doom here because that's the. Actually, we should have already done a doom there. It's the end of the investigator phase. But either way, we're now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 11 doom, and Tony will get Sickening Web. You attach to your location. Each spider enemy gains Retaliate and Alert. Investigators cannot move out of attached location. You can test Fight or Agility. If you succeed, discard Sickening Webs. So that is here. He's up by 2, so that's a thing. And then Mandy will get Caught in a Web. You put it into your plate in your threat area. You get -1 Agility and cannot take more than 1 move action each round. You can test Fight 3. If you succeed, you discard Caught in a Web. So the question is, I think Tony can handle both of these. Which one is more important? We can commit Eye of Truth to this, because I think we're okay with Crypt Chill. But if we commit Eye of Truth to Sickening Web, that means it's less likely to come up and be a problem, and I think that it's a bigger deal. So Tony is going to, let's see. He is going to, action 1, clear Caught in a Web, committing Take the Initiative to this, which gets him to 5, 6, 7, 8 for that action. So he'll clear the Caught in a Web. And that is the highest amount of doom allocation play, which is 2. So this Caught in a Web is gone. Then he's going to test the Sickening Web, and Mandy will go ahead and commit Eye of Truth to that. So that gets him to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Elder Sign, so we get to put an extra bounty on. So then this goes into the victory display, and we will automatically be able to commit Eye of Truth to it. So that's nice. Okay, he's got 2 actions left. I think we're going to move out here to the right and see what we see. So he'll move here. Oh, when the investigation ends, if there's at least 1 investigator at this location, place 1 doom on it. So it's the same thing. So we don't want to push doom on that location. So I think we keep moving. So we'll move here, which is safe anyway. Okay. This is a 3 shroud, 4 clue location. If it is not Act 1 and there are 2 or more fewer clues on this location, you can move to a location directly across from this location. Okay, so it's actually a pretty safe place. Mandy can be there, and it will allow us to move across the map, which is actually pretty good once we get clues, which I don't see any reason we wouldn't be able to get the clues. So I think Mandy just goes there and gets her Hawkeye folding camera. So she will move, and then spend 2 to play her other Hawkeye folding camera. And then hopefully we can get that powered up. All right. Time for upkeep. Tony will get a Vicious Blow and a resource. Mandy will get a Stunning Revelation and a resource. Then we will we have to spin Atlach-Nacha. we'll get a 0. Still not moving. Showing off the scenario greatly, huh? All right, we're at 7 of 11 doom. And Tony will draw a swarm of spiders. It's a swarming 2, and X is the number of swarm cards. The evade is, yeah. So he gets swarming 2. This is probably not going to be a problem. We will go ahead and put a bounty on it. And then Mandy. Get an endless weaving. Choose a spider. If it's engaged, it makes an immediate attack. Okay, so this would actually do 3 damage to Tony, which is not ideal. So we will actually spend 1, and we will test to will this. And so it does not attack Tony. There's no reason to take all that damage right now. Okay, so I think Tony goes ahead, and he will take his free fight action on the swarm of spiders with the switchblade. He's they're fight 1, so he's up by a lot. 8v1. -4, he still succeeds by 2. 2 of these. He will take a fight action with his Long Colt. This is his first action. He uses free action on the first fight. Okay, -2. We were at 6v1, so it's dead. And he gets the bounty back, and he gets a resource. And then he has 3 more actions left. And we can go and start wailing on the legs of Atlach-Nacha, but I think staying here right now is probably fine. Well, let's see. He has to do 6 damage, and he'd be able to move, do 3 attacks. It's actually not bad. Sure, let's do it. 3 attacks because he has haste. Alternatively, we could just draw. One of the legs might come to us. So actually, I just want to draw. It would be nice to get Delilah out, honestly. So we'll draw a card. You take the initiative. We will draw another card. We get an evidence. We will haste to draw another card. It's Delilah. And then we will spend 3 and get Delilah out. So now we are in pretty good shape. Oh, I need action trackers. That's one thing I'm going to buy. Buy the same token has some nice ones. I think I'm going to look into that. Okay, so Mandy would like to just get all these clues because she would. It would be nice for her to be able to power up her Hawkeye folding camera, get her willpower up. So she's going to investigate. She's at 6v3. Up by 3 is pretty decent. We'll go ahead and commit deduction. Up by 4. -1. So she gets 2 clues. So now we could actually move across if we wanted to. That's good. Then she's going to investigate up by 3. But this is not committed. It's a +1. She gets a clue. And her last action. Okay, 0. So she gets this clue, and she powers up her camera. And now we're in a good shape to really just take out. Her willpower is now 5, which is pretty good against, various things that could do harm. Alright, so now we're in upkeep, and Tony will draw. Quick thinking. We're at 9 resources. Not too bad. Mandy will draw. Shortcut. It's pretty nice. Play it somewhere. And now we do the spin. Maybe it'll actually spin this time. -4. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are just flipping everything exactly around here. No functional difference for us, but we can move here and start working on one of the legs. I think makes sense. All right, we are at 8 of 11 Doom, and Tony will get the Spider of Lane. So we get another one of these guys. I think we're perfectly happy to put a bounty on that. Did I put a bounty on that? To put a bounty on that, and then we will. Mandy will get Spinner in the Darkness. We're going to attach the nearest ancient one enemy. Attached enemy gets +1 damage, +1 horror. You can test any skill. 5, you succeed, discard the Spinner in Darkness. So it just makes these things a little bit extra nasty, but I don't think we care that much. Okay. So, how much damage do we do per clue? You spin 1 clue, deal 3 damage. So actually, Mandy can just move and spin 2 clues, and just wreck that thing. So that's kind of nice. But I think Tony will do it. No. There is a world where something bad could happen here. So I think Tony will just kill the Spider of Ling and then move in and kind of forge ahead and see. He's got like the ally soak, and Mandy has nothing. So he's going to attack with the Switchblade using his free fight action. So he's at 5, 6, 7, 8 to beat 3. 9 to beat 3 because of Delilah. Okay, that is -2. So that's 2 damage onto it. He will take a shot with the Long Colt, which he's at 4, 5, 6 to beat 3. Wait. 5, 6, 7 to beat 3. So 5, 6, 7 to beat 3. Okay, it's -2. So we get the bounty and a resource, and it's dead. We'll move into this location. Let's see where it is. This is, after this location is revealed, place 1 Doom on it. Okay, not much we can do about that. 2 clues. It's 5 Shroud. So using Delilah to do a damage to this would cost us a lot. See, we did our free fight, and then our fight, we moved. So we can actually attack, which is not too bad. We can actually defeat it just right away because of haste. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to beat 5, which is not ideal, is it? Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's fine. 9 to beat 5. We'll still attack. Up by 4. It just means that we're going to fail on a lot of the -3s. Not fail, but like only hit for 1 damage. That's fine. Okay, that's a 0. So we do 2 damage to it. We're going to attack again. It's our last normal action. Elder Sign. Okay. That is 2 more damage to it. And we get another bounty. Should have put bounties on all these guys, I guess. Okay, and then we're going to do one more swing. I'm tempted to commit to this just to make sure we finish it off. Oh, one more swing because we're hasting to do this. I'm just trying to think if we've got anything we can commit here. We can commit the Switchblade. So if that gets us to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be 10. So we're at 10 to beat 5. So we will succeed by 2 on the negative 3s. Negative 4. We only do 1 damage. That is unfortunate. So I am going to be silly and not wanting to... Well, it's not that silly, actually. And we have lots of resources. Why not spend them? Well, because eventually we're going to have high rollers that will be nice to have. So I think, yeah, we'll just have Mandy come in and you spend a clue. There's no reason not to. So Mandy will come in. She will spend a clue to do 3 damage to it, which is overkill, but it goes into the victory display. So we're 1 of 4 down. She'll go ahead and spend 1 to put down the shortcut as a fast, and then she will fast move into this location so we can open it up. And we'll see it is Great Rub. After you enter this location, test 3 willpower. If you fail, discard 1 card from your hand for each point you failed by, or place 1 doom on this location. So we've got 2 cards we can discard. We don't want to put doom on this location. We're at 5d3 because of our Hawkeye folding camera. There are also 2 clues here. Zero. Pass. Just as a refresher, because she hasn't been particularly interesting. She's doing like normal secret things. I have her Occult Evidence, the Ascending Revelation, and the Segment of Onyx, which we don't want to move the Segment of Onyx, but in a 40-card deck, we're going to need some search to be able to find it. So, yeah. So anyway, she moved. She did the thing. She's got 1 last action. We will go ahead and investigate. I mean, I'm almost tempted to just. We're 6v4. We'll commit an Astounding Revelation to be 7v4. So Tony is definitely a risk here. He doesn't really want to go into that location because he'll have to discard cards when he enters that for the willpower. Anyway, she's going at 7v4. -4. She fails. Okay. I was thinking we could get her Hawkeye folding camera up, so she's at a -7. Okay, so it's time for upkeep. And Tony will get internal injury. So we're probably going to have to spend a turn just clearing that. Not that it's super critical. But, and then a Sharp Vision. That is interesting for Mandy. So she might be able to clear those 2 and get her camera really powered up. Okay, so there should be a doom in this location. I knew there was one I was missing. So now we are actually at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 11 doom. So we are advancing next no matter what. And we have to spin Atlach-Nacha. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll just spin one of those legs right onto Tony. I regret placing the shortcut here now because, you know, I wanted to be able to. He really can only shortcut in one direction safely. Elder sign is 0. It has no negative modifier, so it stays where it is. Okay, and then now we'll do encounters, and Tony will get an Ancient Evils. We can't cancel that, so we advance. But that is part of the game. It's not too bad. Okay. There's no air in this interdimensional space. Even the bleak pits of the underworld you sensed cold wind coiling through the depths, or warm noxious gas rising from the sea of pitch. But here there is nothing. No air, no atmosphere, no life whatsoever, save for you and the spiders who worked nearest completion. Just as you are contemplating how anything can exist at all in this awful world between worlds, you hear a sound like the stretching and tearing of fabric. Then a rush of building air erupts from all around you, filling the vastness of the realm like dust in a vacuum. The wind must be coming from somewhere, and that can only mean one thing. Worlds are starting to merge. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So we'll do that. But first, I'll go ahead and read this, just because it is here and exists. In this world between realities, there can be no hope or joy. Just the ceaseless toiling of spiders performing great work, closer and closer to completion, with each passing moment. This agenda gets +4 Doom thresholds, so that makes it a 13. Force when this agenda advances, do not remove Doom from locations in play. Alright. So, shuffling this Ancient Evils back in. As we all do love Ancient Evils. But I think we're actually doing okay. We got one down with 2 agendas to go. The last agenda, I mean, once the last act starts, it can go very, very fast. But okay, and then Mandy is going to get a Grey Weaver. Well, that is especially unfortunate. So Tony will put a bounty contract on it. Okay. So Tony will shortcut in to this location. He has to test 3 willpower. He's at 2. He will commit Steadfast, take the initiative, and Quick Thinking, and draw an autofail for sure. So this gets him to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 v3. But actually, if we can take out this last Grey Weaver, we're in pretty good shape. So that means we don't have any more like really huge enemies to deal with. Okay, that's -2. So we pass, and we get the Quick Thinking to go off, which is hence the reason we committed all of that. Okay, so we get our we'll use our free engage action to engage the Grey Weaver. We will use our Quick Thinking. Actually, interesting. Okay, actually, we can't do that. The Quick Thinking we have to take immediately, and we can't use the free action to engage. So that is interesting. We will just fight the Grey Weaver. We are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to beat 4. So we're up by 5. It's okay. So we're using our free... This is our Quick Thinking action to attack. In retrospect, that was not really a great commit for that Quick Thinking to commit all that. Because I don't really want to use the extra action this way. Okay, so we get the Elder Sign. We get another bounty. That's nice. And that is 2 damage to the Grey Weaver. At this point, we will just commit the Vicious Blow to be at... And we'll use our free fight action. And we didn't actually engage. We use our... and we're using our free fight action. Why is haste over here? I think I moved the wrong thing. Okay. So we're going to use our Vicious Blow. Which actually, there's no reason to do this. We're not going to use the Vicious Blow. I say that because we can... No, actually, we will commit the Vicious Blow. Okay. Taking another swing with the switchblade. This is using his free fight action. +1. Okay, that does 3 damage. It's the Grey Weaver. He goes into the victory display. I should have used his Colt, but whatever. I really want to make sure I killed it. Damage is off. He gets a resource for killing it. Now we'll use haste because we took 2 action triggers on the switchblade, and then it'll cost us 1 extra action. So to clear this, so effectively we used our first action, our free action to attack, our free Tony action to attack. Then we used haste plus 1 action for this, which we could say is his Leo action, and we still have 3 actions left. So pretty nice. What are we going to do with 3 actions? Also, when we killed him, we will spend the 2 resources, or 1 resource to play evidence, and get one of these clues. So now we have clues. Okay, and then I think we're just going to stay here. Because we don't really want to go and mess with one of these things yet. So we'll just draw cards and try to find something good. So we will draw High Roller. Okay, that is really good. So we have 2 more actions left. We will spend 2 to put High Roller into play. Now we can really boost. Let's see where we can put this High Roller. We're going to move his weapons up higher and then just keep these here. And then for his last action, we'll just draw a card, which is another Steadfast. So willpower things can be okay. All right. So we don't have to commit this Sharp Vision for Mandy to get both of those. She will commit. I think we'll just draw cards actually, and then we can see what we see. So she's going to draw a card. Action 1, we get a Pathfinder. Okay, action 2, we will definitely spend 3 resources to play Pathfinder because it's Pathfinder. And then we will commit to investigate. We're at 6v4, we're at 7v4 with the called evidence. Okay, 0. So she gets this clue. And we charge up both Hawkeye folding cameras. And now we're at a natural 7 intellect, which is pretty good. So, good deal. Alright, it's time for upkeep. She could Pathfinder, actually, but we don't really know where we're going yet. It depends on how these move. So, alright, she will, Tony will get a Momentum, which is going to be nice in combination with High Roller. Then Mandy will get Crack the Case. So we could actually commit Sharp Vision and get 5 resources here. Would be a pretty nice play. And she gets a resource. Okay, and then we are now at 4 of 13 Doom. And Tony will get... Okay, this is in this weaving, we have to choose a spider. Okay. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a spider enemy and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so we're going to draw a spider enemy. I think we just get the spider's a wing just so it doesn't come out at an inopportune time. So we'll grab that. That's the one that will, if it's still alive, add extra swarm cards to other spiders. So, and then we'll put a bounty on it. Okay, and then Mandy gets... Oh, she's getting a swarm of spiders. Which is swarming 2. So her 2 copies of Mr. Roof will be right here. Just kidding. We don't know that. It's called evidence is gone. Okay. Alright, and does Tony put a bounty on those? Probably not. Because he's going to spend all his time. Okay, and then let's find out where Atlach-Nacha moves. We'd ideally like it to move right onto them, but it may not be realistic. Still doesn't move. All right, I don't know. I mean, they've got to fight, but actually, Mandy can just move here and kill that one. So, as long as Tony does what he needs to do. So we will take our free fight action versus the Spiders of Wing. We're at 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. V3. -1. So that is 2 damage. Okay, now he'll do his first actual action. Same, 9 versus 3. +1. It's dead. Oh, I should have used his Long Colt, but it doesn't actually matter that much. Well, it does, because I would have gotten... Well, it doesn't matter too much. We will use haste and attack the swarm of spiders. That's -1. That's 2 spiders dead, and he will spend 1 resource and exhaust Delilah to kill the last spider, because their evade becomes 1 then. You just kill the last one. This goes into her deck. Okay. So that was his Leo action. Actually, that was haste. Yes. So we haven't used... Oh, yeah. We used his Leo action and haste. That's right. Free action attack, and then haste. Yeah. All right. So we have 3 actions left. So we will move into this location. And it is 2 shroud, 4 clues. There's investigation phase. There's at least 1 investigated location plus 1 doom on it. Okay. So we don't want to be there. Which does create a problem for Mandy putting a lot of damage on it. She can't... Oh, she can Pathfinder, attack, and then leave. So we will go ahead and just move on and reveal this location, because Mandy can take care of this guy. And we'll see what this is. Hopefully it's not the same thing. And this is... Okay, 3 shroud, 4 clues. Action if it's not after 1, and there are 2 of your clues on this location move. You can move the location directly across, which is some synergy, right? It means we can take an action to move across here. So we now have access to both sides of the map, which is pretty cool. Alright, so Mandy will Pathfinder in. She will spend 2 clues to do 6 damage to this guy. Put him in the victory display. And then she will move here because she doesn't want to be here, generating doom. Alright, so it's okay. It's okay. Alright, it's time for upkeep. We will get another high roller. Stack these up. Oh, we're not putting it into play yet. No card works that way. Okay, and then... Alright. So, Mandy's got a plan, which might come in useful at the end, if she can keep enough clues. Alright, and then... It is now at 5 of 13 doom, and Tony will get Sickening Webs. Okay, this is the one that has the Eye of Truth attached to it, so it's going to be very easy to beat that test. And then Mandy will get an Obscuring Fog, which she probably doesn't care about too much. Oh, you know what? Before all of that happened, we were supposed to rotate Atlach-Nacha, so let's do it. Okay, that is a -3, so he rotates 3 times. She rotates 3 times. So 1 and 2 and 3. The legs going to here and here means they're at the top and bottom. So Tony could move, and fight to kill that thing. Mandy wants to get clues, I guess. Mandy can beat the sickening web because of the Eye of Truth. So I think she will do that and explore the last location. Or we just wait for Atlach-Nacha to move closer. I think it might just be a better plan. And she could draw cards to find... Yeah. So, okay. I don't know if there's a real downside, though, to Tony. Move, attack. But he would be fighting at a 4. And he's at 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I feel like there's not a reason to rush it. We should just wait till they come. I think Tony will go ahead and he'll test this the sickening webs. He's at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, D3 because of the Eye of Truth. Okay, that is 0. So we have gotten rid of the sickening webs. Then I actually think he invests... Oh, he's going to spend 2 to play high roller. And then I think he actually spends 3 and 3 on high roller. Yeah, to investigate, which puts him at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 5. And Mandy will commit sharp vision. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 3. Wait, let me think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 3. You only get 2 extra icons. 10 versus 3. 10 versus 5. Okay, we're at 10 versus 5 with the sharp vision. Okay, that is -3, so we 10, 9, 8, 7, which succeeds by 2, so we get 2 clues, and beat the obscuring fog. So that's nice. Of course, Mandy wants clues, so she could do a big attack. I've got a plan. She only needs 3 clues, though. Okay, so we have 2 actions left. And we get all these resources back. I think Tony will... I guess his quarry's coming back out soon, and that's just something we accept happening. Actually, it would be fairly easy for him to kill it, now that I think about it. Okay, so he'll draw a card. Get a lucky cigarette case. And I think we just spend 2 resources for his last action to put that into play. Because, you know, lucky cigarette case is pretty good for card draw. Okay, so that's good. That was his actions. Okay, Mandy, I think, just draws cards because... Or, well, we want these clues. I don't know, I'm tempted to draw and see if we can get Mr. Rook. But getting these clues would be good. We'll draw a card. Draw 1 card. And we get Shocking Discovery, which shuffles back in. So, that feels bad. Probably investigate, so that we can leave this location and be where we need to be, and Mandy will have lots of clues. It's just frustrating to be playing Mandy and not getting to do any of the fun Mandy things. Pretty sure I already said that, but We're investigating. Okay, that is -2, so she gets a clue. And again, we're investigating 73. Okay, -3. Cool. And she gets more sanity. Not that she needed it so far, but, you know, we'll see. Alright, so we will get, Tony will draw another Long Colt and a resource, and Mandy will draw another Segment of Onyx. Well, we're getting close to where she's going to get that. She's got a lot of cards to get through to get the next Segment of Onyx out. Okay. Our Doom is now at, well, actually we move Atlach-Nacha first. Come on, -2. That's what we want, is a -2. Or a skull. Even a -3 is not that bad. Or a -1. -3, okay. So, let's go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we can go to that location and start whaling. Seems good. Okay, now our Doom threshold, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 14. And Tony will draw a swarm of spiders. Of course he does. Well, we'll put a bounty on this. I just say of course he does because that means that he does. It's going to tax his actions for being able to fight with Atlach-Nacha, the leg, but it's probably fine. Mandy will get, okay, Spinner in the Darkness, attach the nearest Ancient One enemy. So I'll attach it here. Does extra damage. So we will let Tony go in. He'll, unfortunately I see no way of actually getting the haste off, but hopefully we can kill it. Alright, so we are going to take our free action against Storm Spiders. Oh, we can use Delilah, but if we use Delilah, we won't get our bounty back, so we probably won't. Okay, so we're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 V1. Okay, it's -1. So that kills 2 of them. We can exhaust Lucky Cigarette Case. Draw a card. This would be another Lucky Cigarette Case, or Willpower Icon, if you will, or fodder for the Crypt Chill. Alright, we will then use Tony's Long Colt. This is our first actual action, or our Leo action. We're at 7 V1. I only had 1 ammo left on his Long Colt. I don't know what I just took that from. That is -1. So we kill it. Swarm Spiders is dead. We get our bounty back. We get a resource. Alright, so we have 3 actions left. We will move into this location, which is a, oh wow. So 1 shroud as an additional cost to investigate this location must either spend 1 action or place 1 doom on this location. Okay, not a problem at all for what we're trying to do. So that means this leg here, this leg is a 1. Because the shroud is 1. Alright. So we have 3 actions left, right? Or 2 actions left, yeah. So we're attacking with the Switchblade at 9v1. I think we can succeed by 2 on that. So that is -10 3 of the skill test fails. Does not fail. So we do 2 damage because we succeed with 2. We will attack again. The Switchblade. 9d1. Okay. Doing that again. That is 2 more damage. And then we will haste to do it again. Haven't even had to use our high rollers. But if this had been a shroud like 5 or something, we would have definitely liked to have had high roller out. Alright, -1. We're in good shape. That's into the victory display. So that's 3 down. Rocking along. Alright, we got 1 leg left. So this is when the investigation begins. And this is where that is? Alright. I'm tempted. I think Mandy just stays there and draws cards because she's got enough clues do things, and we don't want to take waste actions on that location. We don't want to move here, and we just want to wait till the leg to come to us. So we'll just draw a card. She'll draw a card, which is Curiosity, which isn't worth just a ton, but is nice. She needs to do a willpower check. She'll draw another card, which is another Pathfinder, which is probably worth spending 3 resources to get it down. So 2 Pathfinders. Okay. Excellent. Alright, it is time for upkeep. Tony will get another reliable, which is good. We can put it on the Switchblade again and be really reliable. And then Mandy. Card. Oh! It is Mr. Rook! Yay! So she can draw. Okay. Well, I guess maybe we'll get turbo powered here. I don't know. It feels like we're nearing the end game. Okay, but actually before we do this, we need to. So if we spin at like 2, well, we're looking at 3 or 4 is really what we want. But we'll see. Honestly, with Mandy's Pathfinder, she could get there and do the 2 damage. Alright, 0 doesn't move, so we actually might be okay with that. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 14 Doom. And we're drawing encounters. Tony will get Will of the Spider Mother. Okay. We actually can commit cards to this test. Because there's no spider enemy at our location. We actually do want to be able to fight. So, testing this 3 willpower. Let's see. We can commit the Lucky Cigarette Case and Steadfast, and we'll put 3 resources on High Roller, which will get us to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To beat 3 is good. Get a -4, so we do pass. Oh, we have not done. Oh, we can do Lucky Cigarette Case, which we will do, and we'll get another Delilah. Nice. And let's see, this is actually exhausted. And then Mandy will get Ancient Evils, which we kind of don't care about. It's actually some good tempo for us here. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, as much as I want to get Mr. Rook out, kind of feels like we just go for the last leg. Because I think we could potentially cap this off. let's do it. So Mandy will use this action to move here. Then she will Pathfinder into here, and she'll spend 2 of her clues. Defeat the last leg, which then flips the last act. Having severed the wretched spider's legs and unraveled the webs it stood on, you hoped that this would send the thing careening into the endless void below. But as it falls, more thin, jagged legs erupt from below its abdomen, and it grips on a nearby platform, just barely catching itself. The horrible maw, which extends down the length of its worm-like head, wrenches open. From it emerges a screech like 1,000 nails on a chalkboard. Flip Atlach-Nacha's center card over to its enemy side. Place it at the location with the most doom on it, which is this side, and it is a 4/8/4 massive. When it leaves a location, if there are no investigators at that location, place 1 doom there. Otherwise, it attacks each investigator at that location. After you evade Atlach-Nacha, instead of exhausting it, choose an investigator at your location that cannot attack the chosen investigator this round. Alright, so spawns here. We read the new act. It's the scheme's demise. You are the last line of defense against the creatures that scheme to devour your world. As an action, you can spend 1 clue to deal 3 damage to an ancient one enemy or location. When the Mythos phase begins, reveal a random token for the same thing where it rotates, and if Atlach-Nacha is defeated, advance. So one thing about spending those clues, they do provoke attack of opportunity, because Atlach-Nacha does do attacks of opportunity. So that's a thing. So the question is, can Tony do 8 damage? And he will put a bounty on Atlach-Nacha. So I think he can, actually, assuming that, things don't go poorly. Which I don't know why we would assume that things don't go poorly. But anyway, he'll move in. It is massive, so it doesn't engage him. And he will attack. He's at... first we'll spend 1 resource to put an extra reliable on Switchblade. So we are now at 10v4. Which means even if we pull the -4, we're in good shape. So we will... We'll do his free fight action. So he's taken 1 action to move, a free fight action. So we're at 10v4. Okay, that is -3. If it fails during attack against the spider, well, it does not. We succeed by 2. So we're at 2 of the 8 we need to do. We will attack again. So this is our first of 3 actions remaining. -4. So we succeed by 2 or more and do 2 damage. We will haste for a free attack, or an extra action, I should say. -1. 2 more damage. And then we have 2 actions left, I believe. Move, free attack. Yeah. We're attacking again, 10v4 with the Switchblade. -4, we're still good enough. And we defeat Atlach-Nacha in the second agenda. And we get a bounty. So we'll get a resource. Actually, I think that doesn't happen, right? Because I think we trigger the end of the game, or the advancing act first. The creature thrashes about violently as its webbing is ripped apart. The shimmer fades from the bridge's threads. In the distance, the cosmic array of lights wink out of existence, star by star. The spider's pained screeching is deafening. You're not sure if it would be possible to kill a creature such as this, but you have done more
harm to it and destroying its life's work than you could have ever done with bullets and blades. As the woven thread threads the spider's silk unravel, this realm's many suspended platforms of rock crumble and collapse into the endless ether below. You struggle to find something to stand on or grab hold of. Without the support of the web bridge, the entire dimension collapses around you. With a final desperate screech that echoes throughout this world between worlds, Atlach-Nacha plunges into the eternal darkness below. You are quick to follow.
So, and I believe they actually do get out because we did the tower thing and we know the way out. If I look, we got R1. If I look at this, resolution 1, the bridge was destroyed. We get victory. We did find a way out of the underworld. So yeah, we actually do get out, and we're all reunited in the waking world, assuming that the other team, Luke, we'll say that they chose to leave and go back to the real world. So they're all united after all their wonderful adventures. So anyway, that is a conclusion of the Dream Eaters. This has been a long one, and a very, very fun campaign, and a campaign that I've actually really enjoyed. Testing out new investigators in, as it's very easy to get your mid-level stuff online. Very interesting that this was a very much a traditional seeker kind of role. As I've said, I probably said that ad nauseum for, we didn't get to do hardly any of Mandy's ability, and she was still super strong just because of that 5 intellect and, seeker cards. So that's a thing. It's unfortunate that I didn't get to show off any Mandy shenanigans, but of course, if you watch the 4-player Carcosa, where I played the 3 Aces Mandy deck, you will see lots of Mandy shenanigans there. So definitely worth it. And of course, helping Tony get his stuff out with the Monster on turn level 5 was pretty powerful. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. My plan coming up soon is to do a progression Dunwich, but I've been saying this for 6 months now, and there's always been some things that have been getting in my way, but I would love to do that. Also, I've started streaming every other Tuesday night, so please check out my channel there. We're streaming live 4-player games, and if you have not been paying attention, we are also going to be doing I have a group put together that's going to be doing in 2 nights we're going to be going through the entire the Circle and Done campaign online as a live group, and that's as a part of the Mythos Busters are hosting a Farkham Con online with lots of different events. You should definitely check it out. That will be taking place when Gen Con would have normally taken place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for coming along, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Winging It.